It's time. The patch notes are here, and they are in fact operational. We do not know this. Berserk consumes your rage at an accelerating rate. While active, grants more damage, attack speed, movement speed, and causes you to take less damage. Requires 5 rage to use, cannot be stopped once active, and only stops when all rage is consumed. Whoa! Want to see some numbers on that? That sounds pretty crazy. Frost Blink. Deal cold damage in an area around your location, leaving chilled ground around you. Then teleport to a targeted location. Has a cooldown that is reduced based on the number of nearby enemies when cast. Whoa! What? Really wonder how that's going to turn out. Fury speed, by the way. Precision. Cast an aura that reserves a portion of your mana and grants you and nearby allies accuracy and increased critical strike chance. Massive surprise. Long overdue. Flesh and Stone. Pride. New strength gem. Cast an aura that reserves a portion of your mana and causes nearby enemies to take more physical damage, increasing the damage they take the longer they are affected by the aura. Oh shit, Pride, dude. We Diablo 2 now, homie. Okay. Hell yeah. That sounds pretty cool. Pulverize. Supports melee attacks, causing them to deal more damage and with a greater area of effect, but with a slower attack speed. Okay, so it's pretty much what I thought they're gonna release. What about the other one though? Rage. Supports melee attacks, causing you to gain 1 rage when you hit an enemy with a supported skill with a short exclusion timer on rage gain from the support. Supported skills deal added physical damage based on your rage, adding a significant amount of physical damage if your rage is above a threshold. Ooh, really technical. We don't have any numbers, but they're gonna release the numbers soon. Still, really cool. I do wonder. Impale is actually a support gem. Support attack skills granting them a chance to impale enemies, increasing the effect of impale caused by those attacks and causes those attacks to deal more physical damage. Okay. Shockwave. Supports melee skills. Triggers a shockwave skill on kill that deals attack damage in an area around the slain enemy. Oh fuck. Melee gets Herald of Ice, boys. Restrictions. Restricts the use of supported skills to mace and staves. What? Close Combat is a new support gem. Supports melee attacks, causing them to deal more damage to enemies based on their proximity. Also causes supported skills to grant a buff on hit, which increases attack and cast speed for the next travel skill you use. What? Fuck. Travel skills scale with attack speed. No. Or maybe they don't actually, and it's only restricted to this. Restricts the use of supported skills to axes and swords. And yeah, there was a miscommunication. Axes and swords. Damn, it's weird that they do staffs and maces and axes and swords and not like claws and daggers. I guess claws are pretty popular now. Melee rebalance. Massive sweeping. Excuse the pun. Changes to melee. Many of these are specific to skills, but some are broad and affect all aspects of melee combat and combat in general. Skill reworks. We know all about Cyclone. We saw that earlier. We don't know all about Lacerate. As previously, slashes they are twice dealing damage in 2 overlapping areas of effect, with the possibility that enemies in the overlapping area will be hit by both. Now is a different behavior depending on whether you are in Sand Stance or Blood Stance. You're in Blood Stance by default, while in Blood Stance now has a 25% chance to cause bleeding and causes you to deal 50% more damage with bleeding at gem level 1, up to 88% more at gem level 20? Whoa! 88? Oh me. What the fuck? That's crazy. Okay. Bleeds are still gonna suck. But maybe. Actually, no. Maybe. Because they said that they're revamping passive notes, honestly. Mechanically, it could work. It just needs the damage increases. And I mean, 88% more is a pretty good one to start off with. Well, in Stance, Now increases the width of the slash areas of effect by 50%. Damn. Now deals... That's actually pretty shit. That's more what I meant. Now deals base damage equal to and has an added damage effectiveness of 100% at gem level 1 from 60 up to 123 at gem level 20 from 74. Holy fuck. What? Now adds 5 to 8 physical damage at gem level 1 up to 75 to 113 at gem level 20? What the fuck? That's an attack speed multiplier of 60%. What? That's crazy. Oh my god, that's strong. That's ridiculous. Oh, I'm doing last wave for sure. Man, Mortal Call now has a 3-second cooldown, which does not recover during its effect. Oh, I was like, damn, this shit pretty good, dude. That's looking like a buff to me, homie. And then a 3-second cooldown, which does not recover during its effect. Woo! That's a bad boy. Shares its cooldown with Steel Skin and Molten Shell. It's cool that they still increase the duration. And I mean, realistically, making it like costly. Pretty cool. Molten Shell now has a base duration of 3 seconds at all gem levels. Oh, this one's gonna be spicy. Now grants 50 armor at gem level 1 from 17 up to 858 at gem level 20. What? Only 858? I was expecting this number to be crazy. 50 was so high. It's actually less than what it was before. Now creates a buff that can take damage equal to 20% of your armor. Now causes 75% of damage from hits to be taken from the buff before your life or energy shield. Before energy shield 2? Damn. Now reflects 100% of damage taken from the buff as fire damage when the buff expires or is depleted at gem level 1 up to 1050 at gem level 20. Whoa, now has a 4-second cooldown down from 1. Because it's cooldown with other guard skills, Steel Skin and Immortal Call. 3-second duration, 4-second cooldown, 1050 damage at gem level 20. Woo! This seems pretty abusable, honestly. Now creates a buff. Take damage equal to 20% of your armor. This is really strong. I'm surprised that this is not nearly as rewarding as I expected it to be. And I'm surprised that this is much more rewarding. And I'm very surprised that this works with Energy Shield. Chill Charge. Now deals damage in a cone rather than a circle on impact. Now has a minimum charge distance. Can now be used with wands. Oh, the technology! Humanity is saved. What? Chill Charge is the fucking real deal now. I wonder how big the AoE is, and they made it into a cone. Chill Charge builds are gonna be the real thing. A real boy, dude. You can do it with a shield, with a wand too. Crazy. General, physical is now a skill type and will now appear on the appropriate gems as a tag. See? That makes sense. Strike is now the skill type and appears on items which do not have an area of effect but can still hit multiple targets. Okay. Essentially, all the previous single target skills now have this tag. Yeah. This is used to determine which skills some supports, such as melee splash supports, can now support. Gotcha. All melee attacks now apply a visual to your weapon as you swing to better illustrate your attack's range. Most, if not all, attacks and spells also now accurately signal their area of effect, including any increases or reductions. Wait, spells too? But there are skills that cover the entire screen. Especially when it comes to spells. Because like melee skills kind of have that taken into account. Like Earthquake, for instance. But then you have things like Tectonic Slam, which, you know. This is going to be like a full screen Glacial Cascade. Which I guess it was already happening. What about like Cold Snap? It's gonna like fucking engulf the universe, dude. Okay, good. Bane's the same. I didn't think Bane really needed a nerf at all. Like maybe mid-game nerf or something, but this is totally fine. Yo, Blade Flurry and a genuinely playable AoE clear skill? Damn. Closest to the original Blade Flurry, not quite there, but close? Really? This seems more, honestly. With the availability of like increased AoE now, there's so much AoE you can get. The Mortal Conviction lead up still has 10% nodes. Bleeding inflict deals damage 15% faster? Wait, what? They are doing things with bleed. Holy fuck, man. Blade Dancer, +2 melee range with swords? Alright, but yeah, they basically like made the skill tree a bunch more efficient. 20% increased cooldown recovery speed for movement skills? Oh man, yeah. They did a lot, dude. They did a lot. I thought the changes like looked like they did a lot, but they did a lot. There's accuracy everywhere, dude. 1% to all maximum of elemental resistance? 5% additional physical damage reduction? 30% increased armor? 150 flat armor? What? Why is this on the skill tree? This can't be real. 1 to melee range with axes? Chance to double stun duration? What? Dude, there's so much broken shit. What are they thinking? So, we weren't wrong, guys. The skill tree has a pretty significant impact on a lot of these balance changes, so keep that in mind. Basically, seems like everything is like 1 or like 1.5 to 2 nodes more efficient per wheel, which is, whew, that's a lot. Earthquake. Aftershock now benefits from 30 to 46 added physical damage at level 1? Dude, that's like a fucking entire weapon, dude, at 28. What? How much does a decorative axe do? 27 to 50. That's a level 29 slowest weapon. So with the highest possible flat. And decorative axe lasts you like forever, dude. Like forever. Okay? You're not replacing this shit until like 36. Okay? I think Earthquake's gonna feel great though. Like the 75, I don't mind that at all. Grand Slam's looking spicy too. Especially with, you know, so much focus on the staves and whatnot. And maces. 20% chance to deal double damage at all gen levels? What the fuck? You're telling me this thing has the capability of dealing 444% weapon damage? With like no investment? It's 20%, dude. Molten Strike. Good riddance? I don't think it's going anywhere. It's like, even if a skill gets nerfed, like, you have to assume that even if a skill gets nerfed by like 20%, it'll still be the same strength or stronger, you know, with all the changes that they're making. So, Stormbrand. Ooh, Stormbrand has a lot of shit going on. Now has a cast time of 0.75 from 0.65. Now activates every 0.6 from 0.5. Oh, it's 10% smaller base radius of area of effect for dealing damage. Whoa. Multiple Stormbrands can no longer shotgun enemies with their overlapping areas of effect. What the fuck? What? I mean, it's worse against like shit like Syndicate. But like the cast time realistically doesn't affect it. The activation realistically doesn't affect it either. The lowered AoE is shitty, but with the increase in damage, you can absolutely justify chain a lot more. Pretty sure this is not enough, guys. All right, Winter Orb. 30 to 35 cold damage. Level 1 from 25 to 31. Now fires projectiles every 0.6 seconds from every 0.8. Now gains 25% increased duration per stage from plus 0.4 seconds to base duration per stage. What was the base again? Wow. That is a big nerf. They basically nerfed all the good things about it and made it into like a super normie ability, right? So you have to stand still now. It's not primarily moving. You can't scale through like increases in duration as much. You don't have other means of scaling. Cultist, Vile Ward was removed. Vile Bastion nerfed to 10%. And no longer grants. Each of the small passives in the Cultist Ascendancy now grants 6% increase energy shield from 80%. Oh, fuck. Life-based occultists. Back in town, huh? Elementalist. Beacon of Ruin no longer causes elemental elements from your skills to spread to other nearby enemies. Shocks from your hits now always increase the damage taken by 15% from 20. Oh. I thought they were gonna make it 10. Ghost Dance now causes you to gain a Ghost Shroud every 2 seconds from 1. Escape Artist now grants 10% chance to dodge hits from spell damage while you have energy shield from 20%. And 6% increased attack and cast speed for Ghost Shroud from 12%. It was busted, to be honest. Yeah. No, I think this is absolutely fair. I think this is not hard hitting enough, honestly. I thought it would be more. Because, like, the cast speed and attack speed is like, yeah, you know, yeah, whatever. But 2 seconds? 2 seconds? Still really good. 1 second was ridiculous. 2 seconds is still really good. 3 would have been balanced, I think. I'm positively surprised by this. They did a lot of out there changes. A lot of really brave shit. I think they're doing it for all the right reasons.